Are we good? Yep. Sorry, just making sure we're all synchronised.
This was one of the winners in the. This was one of the winners in the salon as well.
Oh, right. Haven't seen. Scores are in. This image scores 8. Silver Plus Award. Any volunteers for a commentary? Oh, Lisa, I thought you were shying away. Oh, is that what you...
I just adore this image. I have nothing that I can say to bring it up. It just brings on feels of summer in the Mediterranean, in Croatia, where I've travelled to this summer,
Yeah.
where people just hang out, their skin like leather, playing with cards, and this is just how they pass their days in summer, and I was transported there in an instant. And the crops, just every little element of this is lovely. I loved it. And now,
Shireen.
I agree with you, Lisa. I think it's a fabulous image. I especially like the tarot cards being played instead of the playing cards. But I thought that was really clever. Yeah, I love the balance as well.
Cool. Okay. Next image. And this has a caption. When I can find my caption page. The White Sandhu of Varanasi is an American who long ago turned his back on material life and embraced the more aesthetic life of a holy man. This image scores a 7, Silver Award. Mark, are you enlightened?
Photographers used the limitations of the boat really, really well, with the angle that he's catching upwards into the man with his arms open wide, and just the freakish timing of that bird would have just been that fist pump moment when you look back at your camera and you're like,
Fist pump.
yes,
Yes.
and the time of day, that warmth against the white skin and the expression of contentment, this is a good example of the image and the caption works well together to create that story.
Thank you. Okay, next image. Image now scores 6. Comment, please. Lisa? Thank you, Lisa.
This is a beautiful capture with mood and moment. It is let down, however, by the cropping. I don't need to see the bottom third-ish with the irrigation. I think if we just get rid of that and we just see the tops of those bushes and trees, and it's maybe perhaps a little heavy in the sky with the treatment of the sky, but it's lovely and well seen.
Cool, thank you. Right, next image. This has a caption. Here we go. What number is this? Number 4. Sunrise at the Ghats of the Hooghly River, Kolkata, where prayer and the plying of trade mingle. This image scores 7, Silver Award.
Yeah, I think it deserves more than a 7.
Good on you. I thought you were being gun shy. Good on you, Jazz.
Yeah, look, I just thought this was a really
Look, I think it's worth more than
beautiful
bronze.
scene.
That
It's
really
obviously
powerful
in
bird
quite a
coming up
rustic
from the
location
bottom
and
right,
it's
up to
beautiful.
the top left. They're very
The
subtle
combination
nature
of
of
the
tone
colours, the
values
time of
in
day, but
the
it needs to be sharp, it needs to be
space at the
sharp,
top
and
right.
it's beautiful, it needs to be soft.
Capturing something like this and keeping it
Story,
in this manner,
the people,
I
the
think
bodies,
definitely
I
deserves
think
at least
it
a silver,
definitely deserves
plus.
and I
I'm
hope
told my
you
colleagues,
come up.
another look.
Thank you.
Have a look at
Thank you. So, Jazz, I'm going to. You've scored it a 9. I think it's worth knowing.
And what did it score?
7.
the bronze. It's definitely worth more.
7, and I was possibly a little bit harsh.
You should encourage the photography.
I think the only reason that held me back was perhaps I was just thinking, oh, I've seen this before, and we probably haven't, and that we wasn't being very fair to the
Yeah, I scored it a 7 probably in the middle. I think it's a really nice image. It's beautiful.
Would have liked to see more of the trade side of things, apart from the boat. The prayer on the left, I get the boat on the right. The position of the composition is brilliantly balanced, but in terms of just the expression and the story and the trade of like an item, because at the moment it just looks like there's nothing in the boat. It doesn't look like a trade boat. It could be sleeping in it for all we know. Like it'd be good if it's like, I don't know, a trade of something. If they're selling something, like make it obvious what the trade was. That's all. But yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, listening to Jazz. I see a little bit more in what I've previously have seen. However, I still think that there needs to be a little bit more within the two subjects. To me, I don't see as much in connection with maybe what the artist saw. Thank you.
Jazz, is this a right reply?
I don't think it matters what the trade is. I think that's the point in sort of what we're seeing is that we're in one culture and I think the execution of the photograph is amazing. Like I can imagine it in print and it would be spectacular.
Okay.
You look at your scores and we'll move from there.
Very good. Okay, thank you, folks. So we're holding Jazz's score. Everybody else is rescoring. We've got everyone's there. So 7 was the score. It's now 8, silver plus. Well done, Jazz. Yes. Yes.
It's too late. I've had my kids.
Yeah, otherwise we'll go round and round in circles. So, yeah. So, go hard, go early. Here we go. Next image, if I can find my cursor. This image scores 7, silver award. Mark, would you mind sharing your thoughts? Thank you.
Yeah, I scored this as 7. The gentleman right dead smack in the middle is pretty much what creates the shot to be what it is. Just the clothes, the expression, the look, the feel of it, and the hustle and bustle of that cityscape. And I actually really like the little Space Invader character at the top as well. Everything's symmetrical, everything's lined up. I think that they've captured it quite well.
Just a quick comment. I love the fact it's the last book drop and everyone's on the right. So I scored 7. Probably should have gone higher. I just held back the time.
Good. Okay. And next print. Image scores a 6. Any thoughts, David? Thank you.
Look, I scored us a 7. I would have been happy to send it to a 7, but you know, that whole, we're on a tour, we're bored, the wife's dragged me along through yet another church and another street and another monument. So I think that sums up a lot of tourism. So.
Yes, thoughts well shared. Right, next image. Caption. This image scores a 7, Silver Award. After a comment, thank you, Lisa.
I think this is really well seen. I do think though that this shot is interesting enough that it's such a heavy vignette. All of the visuals and everything around the outside and the wisdom of the night. And I just wonder if this was making contact with the fish or whatever the was cutting, whether it might have been stronger. But really well seen, just lay off the vignette. We didn't need to be told quite so strongly where to look. It's strong as it is.
Cool, thank you. Right, thank you, sir. Very appreciate your prompt service there. Thank you, Sharan. Your time in the timeout box has expired. Oh, thank you. Might need that one. Okay, here we go for the next image. So I just want to double check we're on track here. Image scores 7, Silver Award. And we have a review. Thank you. So Jazz, you'd like to express you've given this a 9. So some strong thoughts there, I imagine.
Yeah, I went high because I thought there was a risk of going lower, and I just thought it deserved to go high. And I felt like it was super strong. Visually, it's really impactful. Obviously, repetition is, really far away, yet just looking straight at the man. I just felt it was really, definitely deserves to go much better than a 7.
Okay, let's see who's in agreement.
Yes, definitely. I'm listening. I was at a 7. What held me back was probably I felt it was a little bit too dark, and I just wasn't sure of what the guy was doing. His hands up. I couldn't get the story. So
Like I see those things and I
if someone
felt
got
like
it, I'm definitely listening.
it's just a little better than professional practice. And I felt
I scored it a 7 and I'm fairly comfortable with it at 7.
I am
But
very
I mean, it's humanity amongst sort of this man-made building, it's the loneliness and isolation in what's, obviously in that little square there's probably 60 or 70 people living. There are things that could have been done in the image, like I think the climate could have even, things that I know we're not allowed to digitally manipulate things, but you could get all those highlights of all the frames even, and make it a bit more striking visually, more dynamic. A very high contrast situation, and which, let's run with that. It's high contrast image, and I'm happy with that. So that's how the author presented. So interested to hear some more discussion.
That's what this is the graphic nature of the image is awesome. The highlights in them are great. You can see that something's there, and when you dive in to see what something's there, it doesn't grab you much further. It kind of just stops there. So it looks like a female with earrings, but with the hand, I'm not sure what they're doing with that. So if that was a little bit clearer in the figure, the person, with the what it is that they're doing, that would be awesome.
Great, thank you. Shireen.
Hello, yes. I also scored it a 7, and I think that I would probably keep it at a 7, in that I'm looking at my judging sheet and it says excellent, strong and excellent. I think that is exactly what this image is. It's excellent, it's very strong and it's excellent. So congratulations to the photographer.
Okay, and Jazz.
Yeah, look, I just feel like the visual impact of the buildings and the everyone else is in the window, and this is a moment seen, not constructed and directed. This is literally just noticed by the photographer, should definitely be rewarded in how they have chosen to capture it and what they've done to it in production, which is not much that they're able to do, but you can walk straight there and see a man. I believe it's a man. It doesn't even matter if it's a woman, but it's kind of like the isolation in clearly a city that's busy, and I think it's visually very strong.
Thank you. Okay, just rescoring. So Jason's holding her score at 9. And we need one more. So the image remains at 7, silver award. 2 claps. Okay, and the next image is. This image scores a 6. And looking for voluntary comments before I pick on Shireen, my favourite judge.
Yes, I scored this image a 7. I really love how dynamic the colours make the image. I would have gone higher.
Sorry, Shireen, your time's up. No, carry on. Sorry.
Lisa's phone going. I would have gone higher, except for the shadow, kind of like off the lamp or whatever it is. The shadow there that kind of is infringing on the simplicity of the image that I think is kind of blocking me to score that much higher. But really well seen. Love the colours.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, we're going to the next image. This image scores an 8, Silver Plus Award. Yes, you can review. Pardon? Yeah, you can review, mate. Yes.
So I scored this one a 9 for lots of it's outstanding and masterful. The story behind this I think is quite masterful in terms of the strong defiance of the lady is the same defiance of the tree in a barren world where it's all rocks and there's no way a tree should be alive in that area with no sunlight or very little and all the rocks and crappy soil as well, yet it still stands strong. And the mimic of the pose to the tree of that standing defiance and just the lighting that it's created and it's really standing out is what brought me over the line with that. So that's why I'm rewarding it as a shot that's been seen. Also too, just imagine the photographer walking around and they see the tree. They could have just photographed a tree and then they convinced the person to walk all the way around to wherever the tree was and probably on a phone saying whatever. No?
It's documentary. So this just happened.
This just happened. Well, it's even better.
Yeah, well said.
I agree with you, Mark. I scored this image a 9 as well. It's classified as what I would call awe-inspiring through a theory. For any of the students that are there when it comes down to landscape, classified as an awe-inspiring image and so therefore classified as sublime.
I thank you for challenging. I scored it an 8, and I think I will come up with you. I saw all that you saw, just a slightly different story for me. There is excellent the way they have displayed scale. So there's this tiny person, and this tiny tree, and this massive. So all the use of light and dark for me is a really great element scale. The only thing that held me back, which the photographer cannot help because it was seen and not directed, was I really wanted that woman to just turn her head and be looking up into the wow, look at this giant canyon. But I'm definitely coming up with you to that.
Yeah, I fell back a little. I'll probably go up a bit. I was at 7. Yeah, I mean, Tony, it's a difficult scene to capture, and I'd like to have seen a bit more exposure control in it. I'm not convinced that that's the correct exposure for it, but I hate to get that technical on things, but we were talking about scoring at a 9, and that's kind of how I felt. But yeah, it's a really great composition, and one of the more refreshing images I've seen this morning.
Yeah, look, I might have been a little bit stingy, but what was bringing me down was the light in that corner, and I just kept wanting to go up there instead of at the amazing trees in the foreground. That cross, it could have been stronger, but I get it, we kept it in for the scale. But yeah, I'm listening.
Fantastic. The scale and the grandness is what makes this work so well with the vertical, the canyon, and that really dark black shadow on the right hand side just emphasises the character and the tree. So I will, looking forward to everyone coming to a 9.
Or above.
Or above.
You can score whatever you like, guys. Okay. Let's take a 9. Okay, this image scores 9, Gold Award. Well done, team. Good work. Next image is, and this has a caption. Which one is it?
11.
Number 11. A Hindu priest relaxes in his cubicle, soaking in the warmth of the late afternoon sun in his home at Jagannath Ghat in Kolkata. All good? This image scores a 7, Silver Award. Volunteers for commentary. Jazz, you liked it?
Yeah, I thought this was a really beautifully taken image. The warmth, you can just feel it, and it feels like even though the darkness of the actual room, it just feels really homely and warm. So well done for the photograph.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. We have our next image. And I think, sorry David, we might have missed yours. Thank you. This image scores a 6. Thanks, Shireen.
Beautifully seen, beautiful ride, beautiful treatment.
I'm going to do whatever it is it does when your hand goes up.
You want a review?
Yes.
A review.
Like a review, please.
Okay. So, Shireen, you have scored this an 8.
I do believe that we should take another look. I really love the balance of the piece. Cropping was amazing. The cultural reference to what's topical at the moment with the Barbie movie coming out is really cool. I think that it's really relevant. It's very clever. Balance of the posing as well. Love the arms and how abstract they are. So there's a lot going on in there, and if it wasn't for that little vertical line between their two heads, which complements the lines of the electrical lines above, you wouldn't even know they were taking selfies. So I just think it's pretty clever and really well done.
Thank you. Yes, do you want to go down the line? Thank you, Mark.
I still this a 6, and I'm probably, unless something else is said, I'm going to stay there. It'd be nice to be even, if that selfie stick was up and you could see their faces in the selfie stick, that'd be even cooler. But we're judging what we can see, and it's probably, again, taking all those elements that you've said is great, but it's just a missed, it's just not working for me in that space. Would have been nice, because they would have been trying to see what their best angle is. So again, if there was another frame with it being more obvious as well, would have helped. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck there.
Cool.
Yeah, I scored it a 5. Maybe harsh, I don't know. I can see they're doing a selfie, but I probably agree more along the lines of Mark. Chimney doesn't really add much to it. The power lines, I guess it gives us some separation in the sky. I'm just really struggling on this one to see anything all that exciting. It's sort of a bit of a boring postcard.
I see everything you see, Shireen. I think I do like the power lines and the chimney, but like Mark, I want to see the actual selfie being taken, and it's just a little bit bright. Those whites are just a little too hot.
Yeah, look, I enjoyed the composition and the colours, but I was really struggling to see more than that. I think, yeah, comfort missing the moment.
Cool. Shireen, you can finish it off.
I disagree.
That's all right.
I just see this surreal kind of pop art kind of stuff going on, and to me it's really clever. So thank you.
Good. Okay, Shireen's holding her score. Everyone else are rescoring, please. Image remains at 6. Okay, scores are in. It's a 7, silver award. David? Thank you, mate.
Really enjoyable image, good composition. Composition, this is one we could argue about. I mean, I wonder if cropping the water out may have actually made this actually stronger. If the water's glassier and we had a really good reflection there, I think that may have worked. But I think cropping the water out, just running the miniature just underneath the black there, might have made it a little bit more dynamic. But anyway, that's subjective, isn't it?
Thank you. Nathan?
Just because I'm here for a print, I would love to see this flipped and cropped so that there's only the reflection. But I'm only saying that to the photographer because there's probably other frames and it could be a beautiful series. But a well-spotted shot and good working with the colours.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. And we should have an image there. I think we have a caption. We have a caption for this. Wrestlers at Kolkata's Mullockghat bathe in the Hooghly River after morning training. An arm of the Ganges, the Hooghly River is regarded as sacred, and bathing in its water is spiritually cleansing and purifying. All good? This image scores a 6. And comments, please. Somebody who's a travel expert on the panel. Thank you, David.
It's just a good, I guess, assignment image. You'd see this in a series of images in a magazine spread for Life magazine or something. It's professional, good professional image.
Good.
It's a
Thanks,
nice,
mate.
clean touch-up.
Lovely. Good job. Purified your comments. Okay, next print. Next image. Okay, this image scores a 5. Nathan, while you're here.
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
This image scores a 5 with potential for greater. Great eye by the photographer to see it. Needs to finesse it. It's heavy around the edges. The whole edit is a really weighty, thick black. And murky everywhere else. But if we sharpen up the characters, if we fill some shadows, if we get some crispness, pick your subjects, like there's a real potential in this image, and there's a lot of great characters going on, but as it stands, it just doesn't seem quite finished yet. So great eye, photographer.
So you're thinking more in the post-production side of it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Post-production for anyone online.
Sure. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, mate. You're excused again. Thank you, Karina. Image scores 8, silver plus. And we have a review from Mark. Thank you, Mark.
So I scored this one a 9. The only thing that didn't help me going to 10 is that the two looking out the windows was just too many frames. But from the storytelling element of the travelling to a city, sleeping on the trains and airports, to that high of speaking on a stage, to getting ready in the morning, to being on TV, and then having that wall I don't know what word you use, but whether it's like
what I see on screen here, it's not sharp.
you're on such a high in that crash. I think crash is the best word to use.
Yep.
Because you can't say it's depression or anxiety or whatever, but it's just this crash, and it's the feeling of, you know, was it good enough, was it not good enough, being put on the pedestal and realise that it's just, you just feel this big emotional crash afterwards. And generally it happens at the end of the day, after everyone, all the lights and all the people have gone, that you're still left by yourself, and you're still feeling, after this big audience and this whole appearance, you feel exceptionally isolated at the same time, and you just hide. And the perfect place to hide is in the shower, because you just sit there and no one's going to annoy you. So maybe I can resonate with this story quite a lot in that space because of the travel and the speaking side of things. But the thought of that, you know, you could be so much around people but so isolated all at the same time. So the only reason why I didn't go 10 was the extra frame of looking out the window, but in terms of conceptually with the story and the crash at the end, the photographers captured all the moments beautifully.
All said. Okay. Either way is fine. We'll all get a turn.
I scored this 8, and I may go a little higher. Really beautifully printed, really well seen, all things you want. I just probably wanted one more shot of speaking, or that part, or something to do with that part of the performance. That's all. There's probably, there's 6 private frames and 2 public frames there. I just probably wanted to balance that with one more public frame, and then I would have definitely gone 9 or even higher. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, the first and last image in particular, and the silhouette, and it's really well captured. I mean, yeah. No?
Yeah, I'll go. The other mark. So I scored this a 9. I really felt I resonated with this set of images as we see it. I felt when I was looking at this, we feel like we have 2 sides of 2 different parts of our lives: the part that no one sees, and then our public self. And I think that's been captured beautifully amongst all of that. When we look at the first image on the left, there's this expectation and this thought process of what they're about to do. Then there's the exhaustion of travelling. I like the blurry images. We can put ourselves in there if you do publicly speak. And then you get to see the side of that the public sees, the perfection. There's nothing wrong speaking on stage, on TV. And when we get to that final image, it feels like there is exhaustion. And it's almost like an introverted feel, because all your energy is placed when you're speaking, and then you're just simply exhausted and you need that solitude. And I just found it really fascinating and a great storytelling.
I agree with everyone. I was a little lower. For me, there was just what held me back, I guess, was the storytelling in the bottom row. I feel like the second image looking out the window needs to be perhaps swapped. To me, that looks apprehensive rather than post. That looks I'm nervous about what's going to happen rather than post. But the storytelling is beautiful. Every image is beautiful. But also the last image, as amazing as that image is, it has a level of intimacy. Someone's gotten into the bathroom and the shower and taken that photo, whereas all of the others are very much a bystander, the subject almost not aware of the photo being taken, but you can, the subject would have known that photo's been taken, and that discongruity between the observance of all the other photos as opposed to almost participating in the photo just held it back a little bit for me, so I'm listening.
Thank you, Nick.
Very much. I'd like to thank my colleagues for seeing a lot into this that I didn't initially. I'm definitely going to go up. I was carrying a lot of baggage from judging and stuff the table into here, all of a sudden just snapped me back into here.
Good.
So yes, the more and more I look at this, the more it grows on me, and understanding the context of this, and the thanks to my colleagues for bringing that attention to me.
Good. System works. Mark, round up for us.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, look, I think there's lots of kind of valid points within all of that. Yeah, I think everything's been said that we just need to say. Congratulations to the photographer. You've done a fantastic job.
Great. Well done. Well said, everyone. Mark's holding, but everyone else... Yep. So we've got some rescores here. Image was sitting on an 8. Is it still sitting on an 8? Sorry, did I get that right? It is now... stays at an 8. Silver plus. Alright. Okay. Right. Well done. Have a break. Good job, everyone. Yes.
I was like, I'll stay on for a bit if you want.
You can stay there as long as you like.
I haven't done any judging already.
Stretch your legs, guys. Well done. Good job, you lot. You okay?
Portrait next to you. Yeah, you guys.
Is it?